Hello and welcome. I've recently reached the incredible milestone of 2,000 subscribers. Wow. I mentioned in my community post, but I'll say it again. This is an amazing blessing that God has given me, and I can't thank you all enough for your support and enjoyment in the content I make. I have plans for the future, and I hope to continue to grow and develop in my craft, however silly it may be. As a tribute for reaching such an awesome goal in my YouTube journey, I asked you in the community post what you'd like to see in celebration. And I was a little surprised when my flippant suggestion made waves in the comment section. Winning by majority vote, and because I'm a woman of the people, I am opening an art contest that anyone may enter before the date August 30th, 2024. Please check any pinned comments below to see if the date may have been moved or pushed back. Here are the rules. Number 1, follow the prompt. What is the prompt? I'm glad you asked. The prompt for this contest will be Malachi 4:2-3. While you're at it, grab a highlighter or mark it down somewhere. It's really cool, and it actually was one of the leading inspirations for my up-and-coming graphic novel, Flying on Borrowed Wings. Rule number 2, entries can be character designs or individual artworks. Rule number 3, entries must be made specifically for this contest. Please don't reuse characters or artworks. However, you may redesign characters or remake artworks for this event. Rule number 4, keep it family friendly. If you wouldn't show it to your grandma, don't show it to me. Rule number 5, entries must be submitted through the form below. If it's not submitted, I can't guarantee I'll see it, and I won't have enough tissues to dry your weeping eyes when you miss the cutoff date. You may enter with different submissions as many times as you would like. However, if you've only made one piece, please don't resubmit the form. I encourage you to stay tuned for the rest of the video to find out what the prize is for winning. Now, onto my rendition of this prompt. For this prompt, I definitely wanted to incorporate antlers and some sort of fire. Right off the bat, I wanted to make a burly character who looked like a total softie, but you could tell he runs the show. So big chest, large paws, fluffy tail, everything. I experimented with some scarring on his face to show he's been in battle, but I thought if I wanted to convey him as a little frightening, a damaged eye wasn't the route to go. But I did keep his eye closed. Is he winking? Is he blind? Who knows? I kept thinking of ways to show off that he's the boss, and my mind kept wandering to an old western sheriff. So I gave him a gold pendant on his chest, like a sheriff's star. So when you see him, you immediately know that he's important. Back to the fire I wanted to incorporate. I decided I wanted him to have the ability to produce fire from his mouth, kind of like a dragon. And while I was drawing it, I kept thinking and brainstorming how, logistically, his fire breath would work. I mean, he's got fur, surely that's an accident waiting to happen. But I decided he has a special type of sap-like saliva that protects him from the intense heat, while also giving the fire something to cling to. The fire itself ignites from glands in the back of his throat, but it catches on his flammable saliva and keeps burning in his mouth. But thanks to its ointment-like properties, it protects his delicate jowls from scorching. When he's ready to stop his mouth from burning, all he has to do is close his mouth and it dies out. The saliva also helps deal dual bite damage when his foes suddenly catch fire after being bit, and the sticky lighter fluid only keeps burning. He probably can't let his mouth burn for too long before it starts hurting, but that's my logic, and I have to overcomplicate fantasy knowledge. I imagine this guy as someone the townspeople look up to, a kind of guy who would save you a seat and buy you a meal, but everyone's always saving him seats and trying to buy him meals at the same time. Children would look at him as someone brave and heroic they'd want to emulate when they're older. Townsfolk would see him as a worthy protector and a keen problem solver for all their troubles, while maidens in waiting would swoon over a hunk with half his likeness. However, he himself keeps his head on his shoulders and keeps himself very humble, sworn to protect the people he loves and be a friend to anyone in due of one. Very creatively on my part, I went for the name Malachi for him, in reference to this context. I've been very into old Western themes lately, if this guy didn't give that away already. Between discovering the show Rawhide on my way to Colorado this summer, and the currently popping off animation meme Bad by Jack Daniels, keeping me entertained all night, my appreciation for the genre has been rampant. And while I don't have any characters to use for that meme, I am definitely looking to make some. For this character in particular, I want them to go to a good, loving home that will cherish him and love him and give him delicately crafted lore and trauma to haunt him the rest of his days. And I may not be that person. So, if anyone is interested in buying this character, I'll have an auction for him. See the description of this video for more details. For the contest, I'll be rating the art for the submissions by creativity, quality, effort, and overall appeal. Anyone of any skill level can enter, and I'll be showcasing all of the art in my follow-up video I post announcing the winners. And now for the prizes for the winners. There will be 3 winners, first, second, and third place. Third place will receive a headshot or bust drawing of one of their characters. Second place will receive a half-body drawing of one of their characters. And first place will receive a fully shaded full-body piece of one of their characters. So please submit your characters you'd like me to draw if you win when you apply. With that being said, I'm so excited to see your entries. You can't even imagine how ecstatic I am. Thank you for 2K. God bless.